Just put salt all over my.
And there goes the cursing in the first 10 seconds of the video.
Okay, well, let me try not to get burnt in the first 10 minutes of your video here.
Word. All right.
I get burned on if I swear.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Malevolent Onion. On today's episode of Creepypasta Talk, we're going to be talking about one of the most infamous and one of the more popular creepypasta images to ever grace the internet. We're also going to talk about the controversy surrounding the character. We're going to talk about Jeff the Killer.
You're trying to crawl away. Bring me that.
Now, does everyone...
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see this image on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Jeff the Killer, but we're gonna get into that a little bit more too.
Somebody I know.
Yeah.
He must have looked in the mirror.
Thanks.
All right, so does everyone want to kind of introduce yourselves? Jay, you want to go first since you are the special guest today?
Yeah, I'm Jay from the Dark Archive. That's pretty much it.
Jay is also a really good author too, so don't let him fool you.
Sometimes.
All right, John, you want to go next?
John, I'm not that. I'm John. Been on there a couple times. I generally don't know a lot about creepypasta, so I'm learning and reacting as they're saying stuff. So hopefully that's funny enough. I don't know if it adds anything, but hopefully it's funny enough.
John is also the voice of Lucifer in the animatic. And Maxis.
What am I doing for the bragging part?
What?
And I'm going to let you handle the bragging part.
Oh, okay. Sean, you want to go next?
I'm Sean. I do the music for the Animaniac, and musician, YouTuber, and just like to talk about horror and pop culture stuff.
All right.
And I'm a failed chef.
Jesus. Figure yourself, don't include me into this.
All right, so
Lego.
with all that being said, I am the host on the channel. I am Caden Gardner. I wrote the Ouroboros anthology over on Scary Juju's channel, and yeah, that's really it.
He's an onion.
I'm something. You using onions with your cooking, Sean?
Yeah.
Are you cooking with onions?
No, I'm with the arcane potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Put onions on your burgers? That's rude.
I do put onions on my burgers, actually.
So you're going to be having onions.
I actually think we do. We have an onions. We got
now.
okay, but we got diced onions.
We like squirrel in here. It's fun.
He just spilled some. Whatever.
I know. It's also those onions.
You know, onion flavored potatoes. Oh, good.
All right.
Onions are good.
So, continuing on the topic, we're here to talk Jeff the Killer. I'm going to start by asking just basically some simple questions. All right, so Jeff the Killer, how many of you guys saw the image growing up?
I've only seen a couple things about him.
Nothing.
No, you haven't?
Like, pretty much it.
When you're like, my name is Jeff. The context wasn't that until now.
Yeah. Sean, when did you first see the image? Like, how old were you? Because I know you've seen it before.
I've seen since like 2014. I've seen it in a lot of my life, and that's honestly one of the most iconic horror images on the internet. I mean, because I'm talking about like horror movies, not horror movies, but like out of stuff that emerged from the internet. That image was like the jump scare back then. You put that over loud noise out of the blue, and it was one of the scariest jump scares back then. And I still think it's scary now. I mean, look at the damn thing.
I mean, nowadays, if that were to come out in the modern era, you would think it was AI.
Yeah.
Like 100%. But no, it's not. So yes, the image is definitely like it's definitely got some iconography to it, because it's been out for so long. Hey, Sean,
Yes.
is there a way you can make your thing to where it's like whenever you want to talk, you can hit a button and talk?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. uh, all right. So, yeah, the image, like I said, it's definitely iconic in its own way. It's also an image that has an origin that has been kind of debated pretty heavily. The original creator of Jeff the Killer, back in 2008, said he made the image himself, and we're going to get into him here in a little bit because that dude is not a very good person, as it turns out. And so the original image, that he claimed to make it, it actually originated on like a Japanese website for some. I don't remember what exactly it was off the top of my head, and I didn't put it on the script here. So there is that, and but yeah, we think it originated on a Japanese website. And he said he made it using like some type of latex face covering or something like that, and that's very clearly a Photoshop. Uh, yeah. So how I know John, you don't know it. Sean, do you know the story behind Jeff the Killer?
I don't know a lot of his backstory as with this one. I mean, it was just the image and the face that really got to you, but in terms of like backstory and stuff behind it and a lot of information, not entirely. I probably should have looked some of it up before we did this. But the one thing that I do know is just the. No, you're good. The one thing that I just know about it is the face of it and just how scary it was to people back then. And I mean, maybe even now. I don't know if it's really scarier now than it was back then.
No, we're gonna get into the story here in a second. Jay, have you read or heard the story?
I had heard a couple of things about it a while ago. I knew the image pretty well because of horror community back in 2013, 2014. Um, I just posted this lost media thing inside the Discord for you guys to look at, but it kind of goes into detail on what the actual premise of the original image was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it appeared on this. I'm guessing this news network broadcast. Assuming for maybe something along the lines of. Oh, here it is. This image predates 2005 on some old Japanese internet discussion forum called PYA or Paya. Photos of an Asian woman apparently. It was edited. Uh, the original editor and the woman that is in this image are both unidentified.
Can you?
This I saw this. How long ago was this? When they posted this, I saw this 3 years ago. And I had this saved just like if I ever decided to talk about this again.
You know it's crazy. Can you imagine being that woman? And like, oh yeah, my face is all over the internet. What is it? Jeff the Killer.
Well, I imagine she might not be alive. From what I understand, this image is probably from like the 80s.
Oh wow.
I remember doing a deep dive on this a while ago. This image might be from the 80s and was just re-uploaded to the internet at one point.
It says on here at one point the fact that the NNN special broadcast I saw wasn't that scary. I thought NNN stood for No Nut November. That was the first thing. That was the first thing I thought. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, that's some good info we have, actually. I wish I had found that when I was doing research.
The message me, I would have sent this over to you.
What you get?
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
don't remember. I don't remember exactly why I saved this. I think I just had it as like an off topic, along with some of the other infamous creepypastas.
yeah. No, that probably would have been a better rabbit hole to dive into than the Epstein style one that we're going to get into later on.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so Jeff the Killer, he's got multiple backstories. The one that we're going to focus on is the 2011 one by Game Fuel TV. And that version of the story is, it's not the best thing I've ever seen. The basic summary, and I'm some stuff I'm going to gloss over, some stuff I'll go into a little bit more detail of, is Jeffrey Woods and his brother Lou are forced to move to a new town with their parents. One day, they are accosted by some bullies, Randy, Keith, and Troy, who aren't really even written like real people. They're like almost caricatures of bullies from the 70s or 90s or something like that. And what was that? Oh well. And the dialogue in the scene is kind of bad. Uh, the very first line out of one of these kids is we got the well. It looks like we got some new meat, which coming from a kid that's supposed to be 13,
Sounds awful.
that sounds terrible. And then as the scene's going, the narrator uses the phrase "talk about a tub of lard" to describe the fat kid Troy. And it would be one thing if the narrator was like actually Jeff the Killer, but this is a third person story. So he just straight up describes this kid as a tub of lard.
Jesus.
You gotta wonder if the person that wrote that one was dealing with some of that in his own life, and that was just his way of lashing out.
I think there's a strong possibility.
Yeah, maybe.
And then, so these kids, these bullies, they try to rob Jeff and his brother Lou at knife point. Again, these are kids. There aren't really many 13-year-old kids that I've ever met that would try to rob somebody at knife point in broad daylight, by the way. This actually ends up starting a fight, and Jeff just beats the hell out of all these kids and even goes as far as stabbing one of them in the arm. And then Jeff and Lou run away like they weren't defending themselves. Then the cops show up to their house, accuse them of attacking the bullies, and when they accuse Jeff, his brother Lou takes the blame and goes straight to juvie. There isn't like really a trial that they talk about or anything like that. It's straight to jail, which, is another indication that this is probably written by a teenager who doesn't know how that kind of stuff works.
What?
What'd you say?
I said right.
Okay. Sorry, my hearing is horrible. So Lou goes to jail, and oh yeah, I also have this on here. You can kind of tell this shit was written by a teenager, but I apparently write like a 6th grade child, according to Rude Islander on Scary Juju's channel. So what do I know?
I know that fucking guy. Fuck that guy.
Hey, how does the recording do on explicit images? Like if I went.
Oh, that's fine.
Plus the past.
So Lou goes to jail. While in jail, Jeffrey goes to a birthday party where he again runs across these bullies. Another fight ensued, and these bullies, these 13-year-old kids, pull out fucking guns.
I was gonna say they're from the UK, but obviously not.
No.
Let's go for the gun.
like and again, keep in mind these kids are 13, and so I'm from Texas, John's from Texas, Sean is from Texas, right? I own several firearms because again, it's part of the culture down here.
Okay.
And I know that the 2015 Jeff the Killer remake, it takes place in Louisiana, so it's still the South, so you still kind of have some of that gun culture, but the kids don't actually whip out gats in that remake. And they're 13. I'm from the South. I didn't get my first hunting rifle till I was like 16, and that stayed locked up when I wasn't sighting it in or hunting. So this is crazy. Where do these kids get this stuff? Would be my first.
I mean, every now and then somebody lets the key slip and they get access to guns. I'm sure this is an inner city, neighborhood.
Possibly.
Or you just try to have irresponsible parents.
Yeah, there is that. But I think 2 of the 3 of them just whipped out guns in the middle of this, and then they're pointing them at the adults, being like, "You guys need to stay away while we handle business," or something along those lines.
Is this the remake or is this the?
This is the 2011 version.
Okay.
So the fight happens. Jeff actually somehow wins this fight because he fights him, and during the fight, at one point, he gets doused in vodka and bleach. And this is another what the fuck moment in the writing too, because when the guy's describing the bleach, he calls it a thing of bleach. Not like a jug of bleach, not like a bottle of bleach, it's a thing of bleach. And
I think it could be anything.
Yeah. It's a coffee mug full of bleach. It could be anything. And so it's down to him and the last bully, and I think the last bully is dying, but he pulls out a lighter and throws the lighter at him, and it causes Jeff to just spontaneously combust, which is interesting because I don't think vodka is flammable, but I don't think bleach is.
A quick fact check for you if you want.
Yes, please.
I want to say it might be.
The fumes from the vodka for sure are going to be flammable, but the liquid itself, I don't know.
It is saying no, bleach is not flammable or combustible.
Yeah.
It's mostly water, cannot catch fire, or it burns, or if it does burn, it says high heat can build up a burn, but that's about it.
Okay. But yeah, that's how he gets the initial white skin and the disfigurements. This came out around the same time as that Batman movie, I believe. So I wouldn't surprise me if that was not a big influence. So let's see here. Jeff goes to the hospital and they're telling him about his disfigurements. He thinks that it's perfect. He thinks that they're beautiful. This story was clearly written by an edgy teenager. Then they go home, and while they're at home, he disfigures himself even more by cutting his remaining eyelids off and carving a smile into his face. Again, Joker vibes.
This is literally just the Joker without all the extra bullshit.
Yeah. Jeff then kills both his parents and his brother, and tells his brother to go to sleep as he stabs him, and that's how that particular story ends.
Is this the same brother that was in Juvie, or is this?
Yes.
Is that a different version?
Yes.
So the kid gets to go home at night, even though he's in Juvie. That doesn't.
I think the kid got to go home after it was established that these bullies are really bad people. But yeah, and so at one point too, because Jeff for some reason in this just has super strength for no reason, he punches one of the kids in the chest so hard that it stops his heart. Or he doesn't, it's not a single punch thing, he just beats the crap out of his chest and the kid dies. So, I mean, again, who am I to judge? I write like a 6th grader.
Not gonna let that one go.
No, I'm never gonna let that one go. Him and freaking I Am Perplexed. Those two just grind my gears.
Yep.
But okay, so this story in particular, because as you guys can probably tell, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. Uh, a lot of people don't think it's a very well written story.
I wonder
Well,
what
I could agree to that. It's not a well written story.
Yeah. So,
can rip off Joker.
funnily enough, though, it is notorious for just how badly written it was. The story was actually so poorly written that the Creepypasta website ended up holding a vote to determine the fate of the story because they didn't think it reached its quality standards.
And where was it? This was on the Creepypasta and what?
The original Creepypasta website. I don't.
Oh lord.
Yeah, that's years and years ago. It feels like. So the story did end up getting deleted, but it did have such a massive fan base, and there was some backlash to that. So they eventually held a contest to see who could do the best rewrite, and the prize for that went to, I think it's like Banning R, who did the Banning K. He did a 2015 remake, which is a way better story.
Okay.
See, I didn't even know there was another one.
Yes. The 2015 version, it's got a lot of the same elements. Like you still got the bullies that they run into. I actually listened to the remake at work the other day, and I enjoy it. I thought it was really good. The bullies aren't just like out to bully these kids. Hi Adam,
Hello.
how was the doctor?
It was fine.
Ah. So right now we're talking about, we just got through going over the original, it's not the original 2000, or it's not the original story, but it's the story that everyone thinks of whenever they talk about Jeff the Killer, that came out in 2011. Yeah. Consensus is that it's not very good. It's
I agree with that.
So now we're talking about the 2015 remake, which actually is pretty good. I'm about to talk about some of the differences in it. 2011 or 2015 version, whenever they run into the bullies initially, it's in front of a video store, and it's because the bullies are dicking around with their bikes. And so they confront the bullies. There's a fight, but no one gets stabbed, and then they go home. And when they get home, the cops show up, and the cops just straight up accuse these kids of attacking the bullies and getting confrontational. And the cop actually says that the reason the bullies played with the bikes was because the bikes weren't locked up, which, you can just kind of smell corruption on this guy. And that's kind of a big theme with these stories in the remake universe, is they're more about the town being corrupt than actually Jeff the Killer.
Aren't the bullies or at least Randy, come from a wealthy family?
Yes, I'm about to get into that as well. Randy, his dad is Jeff the Killer's dad's boss at work. They work at some type of firm. We're already getting a lot more depth, especially with the parents. The dad will just not hear their side of the story at all. And so the cops show up. Jeff doesn't get arrested in this version, but Lou is still sent away. Lou is sent to go stay with their aunt. And instead of it being a birthday party where they meet, where he runs across the bullies again, it's his mom trying to make peace and kind of fit in with the kind of the ladies of the neighborhood, I guess. And she... sorry, my mind is going crazy right now. She tries to make them hang out, and whenever they're hanging out, Jeff is actually talking about Randy, or thinking about Randy during the story, and he's like, man, I actually kind of like this guy. And then as soon as the parents leave, Randy's like, okay, I want to show you something, and leads them into the garage, and the other two friends just happen to show up and they ambush him. and this results in it's more of a standoff than an actual fight. Now Jeff does like get a few blows in, but it ends with Jeff getting shot in the face with a flare gun. And it's funny because it doesn't happen on purpose. The kid actually drops the flare gun and it hits him in the side of the face. And that's how he's disfigured. He doesn't disfigure himself. And he's got like half a burnt face. And instead of looking like he does in this picture that we got up here.
A little more Harvey Dent than Joker, like than the original one. That's, okay.
Yes. So he goes to the hospital. He hears his mom like talking, and she is just embarrassed that he's been disfigured, and she wants to homeschool him and all this other stuff. So he hears all this because they think he's out under with the drugs, but he's not. They get home, and Lou is back because his brother just got almost killed. You find out that the police officer actually, like, I think it's in the next story you find out that the police officer actually instructed these kids what to say, because they try to say that Jeff shot himself with a flare gun. And so, yeah, everything happens. They get to the house, and Jeff ends up killing the parents, but instead of killing his brother, he walks in the bedroom while his brother's like halfway asleep, and it's like, I love you, now go back to sleep, and then leaves. And that's where the story ends.
It is already better.
Yeah.
That was just a recap.
Drastically better.
By a mile. And the follow-ups to the story are really, really good, too. I'm not going to get into them because I kind of want to just focus on the main stories and the differences between them. So we got the 2011 version, which is the kind of what started the Jeff the Killer thing, and the 2015, which actually made him a good character. I do find it interesting, however, that there's so much fan fiction about Jeff the Killer, particularly when it comes to teenage girls. There is a lot of fan fiction about him being like a misunderstood heartthrob. And to me, that oozes like 2010s teenage angst almost.
Yeah, a lot of those people are growing up now and reading books that also inspire movies like Wicker.
But yeah, that's something I've always found interesting about Jeff the Killer is they I don't want to. I'm trying to figure out a good phrase to use for this. But they
glorify him?
Yes, and it's. I mean, he turns into, in a lot of these fan fictions, he turns into kind of an anti-hero too, which is super interesting because it's a creepypasta, and I mean, yeah. There are several random fan fictions that are actually kind of funny that I want to bring up. One of them is the Slender Mansion, or the Slender Man Mansion, where he just makes a cameo in, and I don't know if it's more than a cameo. I didn't get very far into it. But the main character is some girl who just happens to be Slender Man's daughter, which I don't know how that works. I know how babies are made, but I don't know how Slender Man makes babies. So,
maybe with tentacles?
I imagine it's probably similar to an octopus.
He rips off one of the tentacles and throws it at you.
Exactly.
or to hit home for you, it could be like Lilith.
Yeah. So there's that one. There's the Slender Man versus Jeff the Killer, which I actually did listen to that one over the weekend, and that one's pretty bad too. I'm not even gonna lie.
Also, I don't know if you guys have played Slender the Arrival. Everyone thinks Jeff the Killer is in that. He is not. I don't know if you know about that, but he is not in that at all.
Which one's the? We talked about this last week, and I already forgot. Which one's the one with all the notes? Is that just the original Slenderman game?
I think that's the
Yeah.
original one. The Arrival has pages, but like you go through those in chapters.
Yeah.
So you talk about like Slenderman, or not Slenderman? Shit. Jeff the Killer has like so many different versions of Jeff the Killer. It's almost akin to like the Marvel multiverse, almost.
Yeah.
With that being said, the original Slenderman, or the original, God damn it, I did it again. The original Jeff the Killer is
The original Slender Killer.
is not the 2011 version. And this is where things are going to get weird.
Like they weren't already, but yeah, let's go weirder.
Yeah, let's make it weird. Let's get into one of my favorite things, and that is making fun of bad people. And so the original version, and I'm not going to summarize it other than like saying some random stuff because it's really disjointed. It's not really a story, it's just a bunch of lore dumps. And the original version was written in 2008 by a man. Where am I on these notes? The original is written by a man called Jeffrey Case. Have you guys ever heard the name before?
I think you talked about this.
Yes, Jeffrey Case. He goes by Sasor, or he went by Sasor on YouTube. Sean, are you stretching? No.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm checking on something.
Okay.
Even the potatoes, prolonged eye contact.
I'm making sure the oil does not touch that burner because it can catch fire.
Word. So, Jeffrey Case, Sasur, in the original version of the story that came out in 2008, the reason Jeff the Killer became disfigured was because he slipped on a bar of soap while cleaning his bathroom and fell into some acid.
All right, hold on a second.
It's like out of acid, like the Joker.
It's like hydrochloric acid or some shit like that.
Is it just a puddle, or like
I-
is it in a box? Or
I don't know. I didn't do a lot of research on it because as soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, nah.
it's just face plants into like a little puddle.
So, yeah, and interestingly enough, Sir is the guy who I was talking about earlier who said he created the image, but he didn't. And a lot of people have called him out on this. The image is actually super funny because there's someone out there who is like offering a $10,000 reward for anyone who can like provide proof of where the original image came from, which is a fun fact.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Lost piece of media right here.
Yeah. So, yeah, he didn't create the image. It appeared on a Japanese website. Afterwards, he started posting on a place called Newgrounds, which was, like I said, he was writing lore dumps, and he was role-playing as the character, too, when he was making some of these posts.
Cringe.
Yeah, and this dude, keep in mind, this dude's name is Jeffrey Case. So what is Jeff the Killer? A self-insert. So,
Oh no.
Jeffrey Case, get a little bit. It gets a little bit weirder, and it gets a little bit weirder with each line of the script. His version of Lou, the brother, he posted a picture on. I don't know where he posted the said picture of Lou. But the picture was actually just a random German programmer who Cecile had a weird like fixation on because he posted multiple times, and he stole these pictures from MySpace. Right? Yeah, dude's a little weird. There is one point, and I actually saw this post when I was doing my research, and I can't like use one of the words he said. So, he said Jeff the Killer would try to struggle snuggle with a few of the final girls before being defeated by them. So, why would you feel the need to say that?
Wait. You know what? I don't want to comment on this. This guy's fucking
Yeah,
already just out there.
yeah. It gets worse. It gets worse. You think that's fucked up? Wait till this next one. He also made a post where Jeff the Killer has some sort of like weird butt fetish, right?
What?
And it's in one of his lore dumps. And the quote, I'm quoting this directly. It says, "Back when he wasn't disfigured, he had some kinks. He loved the female booty and taboo roleplay. Any girlfriend he had, he made sure to dig himself right inside her ass, eating it, smelling it, and climaxing deep inside of her intestines during anal." I'm going to give you guys just a moment to react to that, because that is disgusting.
Dude, I don't. So when you're writing that smut story,
Why would you post that?
and when was this posted? This had to be posted back in what?
I actually didn't see it on.
Or even before that?
I think it was like 2018 or some shit like that.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, he was still like trying to add lore to his own stuff, even way after. He's freaking crazy. I mean, there's no way to really go around it.
I wonder if he's the one who made the 2011 version that's just so utterly despised.
No, he wasn't. He wrote the 2000. Yeah, he wrote the 2008 version, and the 2011 was some kid who like changed the character and turned it into a power fantasy for like prepubescent teenage boys. And so, and this is where it starts getting just bad, right? This guy, he's got a brother who is like even weirder than he is. The brother's name is Brandon Case. He has a weird gun fixation, which, I mean, we're from Texas. Oh, look at that food. Short attention span. He's got like a weird firearm fixation, which, and like I said, we're from Texas. You know, he is posting videos on YouTube of himself shooting guns in the backyard, which, I mean, that's not that suspect. Yeah, again, from Texas. Well, like I said, it's not that suspect. But the girl who accused him and his brother of grooming, and having a drug problem and mental abuse, that is a little suspect. Yeah, right. Keep in mind, this girl, her name was Carol. Her accusations, her story, and it's the Google Docs I sent, starts when she's like 13 or 14 and Brandon was 21. And now, the way media is nowadays, the way some people are nowadays, you could be like, oh, well, it's just one person making accusations. You know, it could just be them trying to get money out of them or whatever. So maybe not. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Until you threaten to assault and beat the hell out of the woman for making said accusations, that makes you look guilty in my mind. And then you threaten to dox said woman, which, you know, also makes you look kind of guilty. Yeah. Does anyone want to comment on any of that?
Well, in my opinion, coming from someone who's been through not the same stuff, but been through something similar like that, I will admit that that is very disturbing. And like you said, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. But I mean, just how can somebody write or even think about something like that? You know, like it's like I always tell people, like I don't know what gets people into doing things like that, whether it's real or whether they write about it in fiction. I just think it's not funny, it's not cool. It's like, oh shit, he's controversial. No, it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
Also, like, what? Alright, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here for a second. What compels a grown man to text a minor? Like, I don't. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. It's depraved. But yeah, so and again, like you think it couldn't possibly get any worse, right? Like and I've sent the Google Docs to you guys so y'all guys can kind of look over them. I don't want to like get caught trying to sum them all up because if we do that, we're gonna be here all night. They're that long.
Yeah. This was 31 pages I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. This girl Carol, she didn't make them, but she definitely like. There's definitely screenshots that are from her that have been shared to these documents. Like she came with receipts, and props to her for standing up like that. You know, even when they're threatening her and. What were you touching yourself with? I could have worded that better. What were you itching your beard with, John? You,
Oh,
oh.
Christ.
I do this with my therapist too. She'll be talking and I'll just kind of zone out and I need something to refocus. So it's a semi
No,
roasted lightsaber.
no, forget that. Why'd you phrase it like that?
Is
Why
this,
did you phrase what he said like that?
Yeah.
it was the first words that came to mind. It was an accident.
Oh, she came.
God damn it. It was an accident, just like me.
It's about-
With Caden, expect the unexpected.
Oh, listen, I already know that.
What did you just cut yourself with, motherfucker? I know what you meant. Fuck you.
Is that an offer? No, I'm kidding.
You have a wife. Shush.
YouTube, please don't age restrict.
Cut yourself off a little bit.
But
All right, so like I said, it gets so much worse. There's the Google Docs with all this info. I'm going to put those in the description of this video. The
It's a freaking creepypasta files.
oh, it
It kind of is.
It's not the Epstein files, it's the creepypasta files.
I can't wait for that video to come out. I want to hear what you guys got to say about that.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do some research. I've already looked up that seems Wikipedia page, but you know, we're not gonna go into that. We're gonna leave it in here.
What'd you say?
How old is everybody in here?
Everyone is over 18.
No. I can tell that.
So John is 36. He just turned 36. Shh.
He might be on the list. Like a child. No. If you were born anywhere between 73 and 2003, you might be on the list as a child.
Oh man, I might be on it too, and so is my wife.
I'm 19, I was born in 613.
That's
you
crazy.
don't know why you fucking care about me, but okay.
There you
I'm 19, so I'm sorry.
Well, I can tell you guys a little bit. They took these companies that took pictures of kids for the school photos and stuff like that, and then
I
took
remember
those. Yeah.
Ew.
That was actually to find the ones he wanted to sell, which just tells me I was a fucking child.
What the fuck I'm saying?
Dead or fucking glad that I'm not
Yeah.
like over the item.
Not, well, I'm safe. I'm luckily not in the pile.
No, I didn't mean to derail. I just wanted to mention that real quick.
I was probably the one harassed by it. Never mind.
So
Moving on.
yeah, moving on. The brothers would go on to claim that all these accusations that were coming out, because a lot of this stuff started happening at the same time, which consisted of like Carol, and like the people making the Google documents. They also threw out the YouTuber Slime Beast, who is pretty good at exposing like creepypasta narrators when they've fucked up.
Mm.
And he said that they were creating a hate group so they could frame him, and they were trying to extort him for money, which is not at all true. They have receipts. It is also worth noting that Brandon, his brother, has actually been arrested for domestic battery. And on the Google Docs, at one point when I was reading, it says he has a weird fixation on violence. There's a quote from him in the Google Docs that says, "I've had people I wish I could kill, however, but because of laws, I can't do that." That's a little weird, right? There was one point where there was a Brazilian YouTuber named Tio Jin who was supposed to be like one of Carol's exes, released some type of music video, and they thought the music video was gonna exonerate them for some reason. But from what I was reading, that music video never mentions them at all. It doesn't talk about them at all, and they think that it. They think that the person was trying to say that Carol was trying to extort him for money, but he came out and said he just wanted an apology from her, or she wanted an apology from him, or something like that. So, again, these guys are just like a bag of cats. They're insane. Also, if you can't hate this guy even more, he absolutely despises the 2011 story and anything to do with it, which is hilarious because he would be nothing without the original 2011's rewrite of his work, even if it may not actually be his work.
2011 is the one that got canceled, or is that the one that was made to replace the one that got canceled?
2011 was the first remake. The second remake was 2015, which is the good one.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that. He actually owns the copyright for Jeff the Killer. He filed for it, and people have been trying to make Jeff the Killer fan films, and he will have them shut down. That's happened to him before. He tries to get royalties from people's fan fiction. And yeah, no, just kind of finish off talking about him. This guy is honestly a grade A POS, and he is honestly worse than the character that he himself created.
I would say the character is a reflection of the creator.
Perhaps.
Didn't he sell the copyright?
He sold some of the rights to a mask company so they could make masks. Or that was the last thing I heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll give up that copyright so long as Jeff the Killer is popular.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to shift the conversation back to the character himself, mainly so we can get the taste of that out of our mouths.
Jesus.
And so, with the copyright stuff, it is very obvious that a film will probably never be made, right?
Unless he's funding it.
Yeah.
Unless he's funding it, and the director and the producer and all that.
I think he has a price.
Yeah.
True. Everyone does.
But with all that being said, I want you guys to pitch me your Jeff the Killer film.
What's their name? Brandon and Jeff. Two characters get killed almost immediately. As the introduction. I don't know. Here, just kill them first, and then we go from there.
So kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street situation where he's already the monster, and then we just want to kind of go into a backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would quite take the opposite approach. I would do. I mean, like I said, I know not a lot of people know the film, but I would go for almost a Terrifier approach to him. You see him suit up as a killer or whatever he's doing, but you like don't necessarily know why he's doing what he's doing or everything. And of course, with most films coming out nowadays, they change some of the mythos depending on what they're making. Because you want to be faithful to the source material at the same time. You want to make it your own, not like something you've already seen before. So you would explore the backstory later, but it would act as scary because you're like, why is he doing it? Why is he doing what he's doing? How is he thinking any of what he does is okay? Like, trying to find that reason why, but it's not over clearly explained right at the beginning.
So you want to kind of get more into the psychology of the character?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're trying to figure out what's making that thing tick, but you don't know right away, and that just adds to the scare factor. So I think that'd be a cool way to approach it.
Yeah. What about you, Adam?
I think if they started, like, they started with Jeff's brother being killed, and he has to gather the Dragon Balls in order to bring him back to life. And in the process of gathering the Dragon Balls, he becomes Jeff the Killer because he has to kill everyone to get the Dragon Balls. Then he brings his brother back to life and decides he wants to keep being Jeff the Killer.
And his brother can be his sidekick
Yes.
/ lover. # Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I honestly don't have a whole lot to say about this particular story. It's not necessarily the type of story that I get too interested in. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I would suggest to write that story.
Yeah. I would almost want to do like a beat for beat telling of the 2015 version. Like,
Yeah, I see that.
yeah, just almost beat for beat. Maybe like add a scene with some dogmen abducting a female camper, and yeah.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare, asshole! It took a second to process, but I think I got it in the end.
Jay, they haven't heard that story before. Would you mind telling them, or if you don't want to, you don't have to.
So about a year ago, I got this message from this guy over on Reddit. I was starting to get popular on No Sleep and stuff. He wanted to. Why isn't this letter? There we go. He wanted me to read. He wanted me to read. Like, this is how this all originally started. He wanted me to reread my story about the Skin Man and rewriting. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. The very next message was, "Hey, could you write me a story?" I'm reading this word for word right now. He's like, "Sure. What kind of story would you want?" He goes, "Could you write a Dogman story for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. That's okay." I'm like halfway through writing it, and he sends me another message. He's like, "I got some changes for you. Could you maybe do this and this?" I'm gonna read what this and this is in a second. He goes, "Do you think you could have a group of, male campers with one female in their group?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. It seems normal. It's a decent ask." Then he goes, "Could you have the dogmen have one female amongst their group?" He's like, "Okay. Could you probably have the male campers capture the female dogmen and the dogmen males capture the female camper?" He's like, "Okay, don't like where this is going." Then he goes, "Could you have them, do things to the female dogmen?" And I was like, "I don't think I'm writing that." He said, "I want the dogmen to do things to the human camper female." That's exactly how he worded it. "And I want her to scream in lust." Like, I omitted a lot of, what he actually said. But, like, he is just out there with his request, and
It's perfect fantasy.
he offered me like $100 to write that, and I was like, "No, absolutely not."
Zeros and then maybe, or not the name.
Yeah. And again, I'm all against the writing smut stuff, so it's just like big shocker to even hear that.
But it sounds like he knew that too. It sounds like he knew
Oh.
you were not big on writing smut because he paced it out to where you would have half or more of the story done, and maybe well he's worked that hard, maybe he'll finish it. No,
I can actually do the post where I was like the things that I will not write are smut, and I think it was like anything involving children. I probably won't write about. Like I have one story where like a baby gets killed almost immediately. Like that's the only time I've ever like actually introduced a kid and killed a kid. But other than that, I won't write stories with kids, and I won't write smut. And I explicitly said that in the post, and he saw that and was like, "Yeah, yeah, it's a suggestion."
I can get him to get it did, or dude. I can get him to do it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, no, I wanted y'all to hear that story because that story is probably one of my favorites that I've heard. Just I just I can't imagine what was going through your mind like the moment he was like, "Well, can you start adding stuff?" And just because you can see where it's going, you can see where it's going real quick. So
The
it's
slow progression is just like, I don't know about this.
I'd have been like, I would have respected you a little bit more if you would just like come right out and said it to begin with. But you're beating around the bush here, and I wouldn't have written it either because I get super flustered writing romantic scenes to begin with, and I don't think I could do a sex scene. So
Yeah, I mean, like if I get 500 subscribers on my main YouTube channel, that's the one thing I'm gonna be doing is fucking writing a smut story.
yeah,
Because some assholes wanted to throw that in there. Bastards.
all right. So all that talking we just did. That's actually going to conclude our Jeff the Killer talk because we kind of went over everything. If you guys want more information, like whether you're watching or one of y'all, definitely look at those Google Docs because, like, holy crap, they're horrible. Yeah. So you guys want to give your final thoughts before we head out?
You said he likes to copyright strike people, right? Or whatever?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna write a not Jeff the Killer story. This is exactly how this is gonna play out. Just because I really want to fuck with somebody.
Honestly, I'd love for us to get a fan film or something in the future, or if somebody can pitch the right money or amount or right story. I'm not gonna lie, get a theatrical film or something like that because I think that'd be cool.
well, realistically, you just need to find out what exactly he has copyrighted to remove those things so that the story is close enough to his but different enough. Like it might even be something as simple as just not mentioning who he is, not saying his name, but redoing the whole story exactly the way it played out.
Hey Jay, what were you saying?
Oh, I said that it might even be the smut story that I write.
Just start writing Jeff the Killer smut stories. He's no longer Jeff the Killer. He's Jeff the Dicker or something like that. I don't know.
Some weird shit.
Don't forget the baby oil.
We talking about Diddy now? Like what?
Well, I mean, there you go. Jeff the Killer is Diddy.
There you go. Yeah.
Jeff the Killer is actually Jeffrey Epstein. You heard it here first. He didn't kill himself. He just slipped on a bar of soap and landed in some acid.
And later in some hydrochloric baby oil.
Hydrochloric baby.
All right. Anyone else got any final thoughts?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm lost for word for this, man.
Yeah. No, I told y'all this was going to be a wild talk.
Yeah, man, I was not expecting it to be that far down.
My final thoughts and advice is stay in school, stranger danger, only you can prevent forest fires.
Okay, smoking
Do
bad.
not, and do not do some drugs.
Well, so some drugs are okay, but the other ones aren't.
Holy crap!
Whoa.
I get it now.
Jesus.
I get it now. Jeff the Killer didn't fall into hydrochloric acid. It was just acid.
In his bathtub.
Yes.
So he was
Again, like, what?
That's why I thought it was like a. When I heard that he fell into acid, I was just thinking like the Joker falling into a vat of acid.
Yeah.
Or something.
He's definitely Joker inspired though. Like he has to.
Especially the 2011 story you went over that was ultimately vetoed. That's practically Joker's backstory right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he doesn't really have an official backstory as far as I know, so. Or he's got multiple thousands of them. I remember.
Ooh, Joker.
Joker?
I want to know how I got these scars.
I think it's fairly consistent throughout.
They say that the main Joker backstory is the Killing Joke. That's what they say is the main backstory of him.
Yeah.
Which Joker?
Read the Killing Joke and you read the bruh. Read the Killing Joke, and then that's pretty much his true backstory. Is what people say is just read the Killing Joke and you'll understand.
There is three.
There's three, and until one of them killed the other two. Spoiler alert.
And the one that killed the other two, I think, is the one based on Joaquin Phoenix's styling of Joker.
I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've read that comic, but it's so good.
I think that one was the comedian that killed the gangster and the jokester. Don't quote me on that.
I think it might.
Never read it.
I
think the gangster was very Jack Nicholson. The comedian's very Joaquin Phoenix. So would the jokester be the Heath Ledger, or would Heath Ledger's be?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Joe. Imagine Joker.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end the recording right there. Yeah. So, everyone who watched, thank you for watching. Thank you, Jay, for coming on, and thank you guys for coming on as well and having this little discussion.
Let's get you guys too.
Next week, we are going to talk Smile Dog. So I'll be sending stuff over for that one.
Smart.
Oh boy, yeah. Here we go.